This video is about how I felt in a hyperbolic time chamber. I stated in two videos that I went through a course of my life that I was training to become something more than what I was at the time. Now, the real meaning why I have to make this video was because a lot of people are wondering, how are you so content? How are you so mature? How are you so this and that? Okay, so first off, I don't want to say I was in a position that could be worse, because that wasn't true. That wasn't true at all. What it was is, when I was at Time Chamber, which is a group home, I called the group home the Time Chamber because this is what gave me an idea of how people work. Was I wasn't constantly being bashed on like how I was in high school. I had no peer pressure from other people constantly talking shit to me, so I was gonna stay at peace. Yeah, I might have been with people who like had some crooked teeth, who were like dysfunctional, some people who are like flat out gay and stuff, but it didn't matter because at least they left me alone. At least they were older people, so they treated me like, how anyone else would want to be treated, because we're all this in this place to survive, and we didn't have to even work with each other. We just had to literally make sure our part of the bed was cool. So it was all good. I was able to live independently. I was able to think for myself. I was able to have my own little character. I was living with a bunch of people that you wouldn't necessarily hang out with, but you can learn from. So the thing about why I like the Time Chamber, and people are all like, you still don't have friends, you still don't have this. I'm like, yeah, but at least I don't have people talking shit to me 24/7. That was one great positive of the Time Chamber that gave me perspective. And another thing is, when I started to get a social media account, the Instagram, I only had a couple of followers, but I want you guys to understand this. When I was in high school, I had 0 followers. When I was in high school, I had nothing. I had no one viewing my shit in high school. I had nobody, commenting on something unless they were a stereotypical nerd like me. Now, put it like this. I had 0 followers in high school. When I mean followers, I mean people who dick ride you. People who watch every single movie you do. I had people who just had something here and there when I post. When I got on Instagram, I started to see 20 people on my story. Now, think about it. 20 versus 0. I started off with 0, but now I have 20. I have 20 now. So that's a 200% or so. People are all wondering, oh, I still got 1,000. Oh, I still got this and that. Yeah, but compared to what I used to have in high school, that was a whole fucking lot. That's why I didn't care about approval from women, because I knew how to get women already, because before I went to a Time Chamber, I became a father. Now, I didn't have to seek validation for women because I already knew I could get one. I started being able to call women out on their bullshit. It's like I wasn't impressed by women anymore. I started asking them the right questions instead of being overwhelmed by their body, okay? So I started literally treating women like how I treat men. Like talking to women like they're a normal person, but not ignoring the fact that they have a vagina. And not ignoring the fact that there's a vagina I want to fuck. If you guys want to know a simple thing, it's literally just I was talking shit to them back and forth like how I talk to a guy. And that was just one positive of the Time Chamber. There's a whole lot more that goes into that, but I'm just telling you why I was so happy. A lot of people, when I try to bash me, saying, oh, you have no friends, you have no this, but I have been in a position where it could be worse, but that's not the case. It was the fact that I was in peace, and I knew what peace was. I had no reason to be insecure, because I already knocked a couple of women who were my porn star fantasies back when I used to be a chronic, thirsty guy in high school. So you gotta understand, I already had a couple. Now, some people have even more than that. They have thousands and thousands, but I was content because I used to have 0. I want you guys to understand that I used to have 0. So when I had 20, it made me feel so much better. And, somebody smacked me when I was older saying, yo, this is just the beginning. I'm like, shut that shit up, because you didn't earn that. You didn't earn those followers. I made my followers through understanding, and I was content with the followers I had. They were constantly getting new followers and stuff, where I was steadily growing, and it made me appreciate the little followers that I had. And if you're flexing how much friends you have, that means you have no friends at all. So this is just a little quickie, just a quick video segment of how I was able to be so secure, because most people that are put in my position now are like, oh, how can you be so lonely? How can you be so this and that? How can you survive without friends? Because I've had friends who fucked me over in the past, and I'd rather be in peace than be with someone who's continuously, secretly trying to bring me down.